Hi guys, I'm Brendan from So Cute Photo here in Monterey, and today I'm going to talk about the Lastolite Highlight. So the Lastolite Highlight is designed for high key photography, basically meaning it will give you a solid white backlight, which is pretty hard to achieve if you're just lighting a white seamless. And this makes it incredibly easy to get white, solid, complete white backgrounds. Also, the cool thing about this is that you can actually use it as a giant softbox to mimic window light. So I'm going to show you a couple of those options today. So I have the 5x7 version. There's a couple different sizes you can get. There is a very small 3.5 by 4.5 size. This, like I said, is the 5x7, and there's also a 6x7, and I believe a 7x8. And so I'm almost 6 foot tall, so that's pretty good. And the nice thing about the softbox is you can stand really close to it when you're shooting. You don't have to have a lot of distance between the backdrop and your subject. So for size comparison, this is the 5x7. And so to light these, you can either use strobe studio flashes, or you can use something like a speed light flash, a shoe mount flash. If you are using, for me personally, for the studio flashes, I only have to put one head in it. I mean, it lights pretty evenly, but the way this is designed is that you can actually put light from either side. So if you need a lot of light, you can definitely do that. So I'll turn this guy. So there are slits on every side of the Lastolite box, and the slits have zippers to zip and unzip, and they have zippers on the top and the bottom. So no matter what height you put your flash at, you can zip up and down to exactly where the flash is. So you notice on here, I also have a reflector. It's recommended to put a reflector on your strobe for two reasons. One, you don't want the fabric to touch the bare bulb, just so it doesn't melt or heat wise. And also, the reflector directs the light more. So instead of the light spilling out everywhere, it's going to direct it into the middle of the box so it bounces around and creates beautiful even light. So one of the reasons that the Lastolite is so amazing is that it will actually save you space in your shooting area, and you'll get nicer highlights. So let's say you were using a regular white seamless to do a high key backdrop, so a perfect white. You'd need to have the strobe as close to the backdrop as possible. You'd probably need to have two strobes to even get a chance of it getting white. And if you put the light here, the seamless here, your subject would have to at least stand this far away from the background to not get spill light on them. And the spill light will probably be blown out highlights still. You really have to have a lot of distance between your subject and the background and lights in order to not get spill. Now for the Lastolite, you don't have to have as much distance, and you can actually get away with just one strobe head. So for the Lastolite, instead of having to be like the regular background multiple feet away, I've even had subjects almost at the backdrop, and you won't get as much spill. If you do get some spill highlights, the nice thing is they will still be soft and have detail. So they will be lighter like if you were shooting window light, but you'll still have skin detail in the highlights. So I'm going to show you some photo examples of using the highlight as a background light. And now I'm going to show you how to use the highlight as a fake window light, also with my fake baby. We have one strobe set up in the side. You could either set this up vertical like I have it now, or horizontal if you need more light going on the floor. But for right now, I just have it vertical. And we're gonna pretend like this is a giant window. So I have the baby facing, I'd say like at a 45 degree to the window. So it's not perfectly half lit. It's gonna have a nice fall off on her nose. And so let me take a shot. So I'm gonna line myself up with her eye. So that was having the baby at the 45, or you can have baby perfectly perpendicular at a 90 degree to the light. So if you wanted to, you could move the light, or you could just rotate the baby. Okay, so her nose and the light are perfectly on the same line. So I'm gonna come up here. And there you go.